Aksha.
8th July 2013, the rupee hit its historic low of 61.21 against the US dollar, and the central bank forced to sell greenbacks. 15th July 2013, fuel retailers raised the price of petrol by rupees 1.55 per litre, and this is the fourth hike in 6 weeks. I have been reading all this and I have been wondering, and I have also been studying about the exchange rates since it is a part of my curriculum in the 3rd year of my college. And I find it very interesting enough to share some facts with you today. You know that this currency market is so complicated. So let us understand this. Welcome, cognizant Toastmasters and all informed guests present here. Welcome to the world of currency markets, where money is traded at the currency markets and it overshoots the amount in which it is traded at the stock markets in an entire year, and it overshoots by $1.5 billion. Well, we will today analyze the effects of the falling rupee and what are the policy prescriptions that are taken by the RBI to stabilize the economy. It is very evident that because the rupee is falling, the imports have become costlier because we have to pay more to procure the same good. The engineering goods, gems and jewelry have been hit badly because they require raw materials as imports. And on the other hand, the feeble rupee will make our products more competitive in the foreign markets, and therefore the business of pharmaceuticals, aquaculture and software is booming. More imports are always costly, but they also lead to domestic inflation. The wholesale price index has risen to 4.86 from the last year, and the consumer price index has risen to 9.74, which shows that Asia's 3rd largest economy continues to struggle because its exports drop. The food inflation has risen by 9.74 and the fuel and power has increased by 7.12. The country's leading SUV producer, Mahindra, its sales have come down drastically, and that is why it was forced to increase its prices in the range of 3,000 to 6,000, depending upon the models which sell. Also, the luxury car producing company Audi has quoted a price hike of 4% to combat the rupee depreciation. What can be done? The importers have been worst hit because they usually need a period of 30 to 40 days from the time they order their imports till the time when they get it. And during this time lag, if there is a fluctuation of 1 to 2% of the rupee, that is still bearable, it can be absorbed. But beyond that, it is very painful. And that is why the traders are seen negotiating with the suppliers to either lower the price or give them more time so that they can make payments effectively. And also that these importers can protect themselves by hedging towards the currency risk. It is a contract forward scheme which has come about, but because the small importers aren't aware of this, they suffer such crisis. The food importers suffer the most because packaged food prices have tags and that cannot be passed on to the consumers. The consumers cannot be asked to bear the burden of the high import prices. Along with that, because the import bill is rising, the current account deficit is also on the rise, and that is basically the difference between the savings and the investment in our country. If the interest rates are risen, what will happen is that we will get an incentive to invest. But if the interest rates fall, there is a reduced incentive for all of us. Tell me, who will put your money? How many of you will put your money in the banks if the interest rate falls? We will obviously want to buy gold, and then buying gold is again importing, which again leads to current account deficit. The current account deficit was 4.8% of the GDP last year, and this is a vicious cycle, a dangerous vicious cycle, where the current account deficit will reinforce the rupee depreciation, which again reinforces the current account deficit. Well, the foreign reserves have also reduced drastically by $10.5 billion. What can the RBI do in such a situation? RBI has three main goals. It has to control inflation, it has to support growth, and it also has to look into the demands of the people. If it pursues the policy of monetary expansion, what will happen is the growth will happen, but it will be inflationary. Monetary tightening can lead to lesser growth, but then again the supply side inflation will happen. So the RBI is in a fix, and that is why maybe it is trying to control the domestic rates of interest and attracting investment from abroad, that is why we see the foreign direct investment is 100% in the telecom sector and 49% in the defense ministry. The recent news of today were that the RBI has started the open market operations, and only rupees 2,532 crores have been auctioned against rupees 12,000 crores. This policy has failed. When the Prime Minister and the Chief Minister cannot help it, tell me, at KTM, the Treasury and the President cannot help us but feel the pinch. Don't you think, Master of Ceremony?